Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually cleaned your bathroom exhaust fan? Not wiped around it, not glanced up at it, actually cleaned it. If you just went quiet, you're not alone. Because here's the truth. That little grill on your bathroom ceiling is quietly collecting dust, lint, dead skin cells, and who knows what else every single day. And most people, they just never touch it. Not because they don't want to, but because nobody ever told them there was an easy way to do it. I used to be the same way. I'd look up at that fan cover, see that thick gray fuzz coating every single slot, and think, I'll deal with that later. Later turned into months. Months turned into years. And before I knew it, I had what I can only describe as a dust sweater growing on my bathroom ceiling. Sound familiar? Well, today that changes because I'm going to show you the single easiest, fastest, and most satisfying way to clean your bathroom exhaust fan cover. And I mean really clean it, without climbing a ladder, without removing any parts, without any fancy tools, and without breaking a sweat. You probably already have everything you need sitting right in your home. And the best part? The whole thing takes about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I timed it. So stick with me, because once you see what comes out of that fan cover, you are going to be absolutely floored. And once you try this method yourself, you'll wonder how you ever lived without knowing it. Problem explanation. Before we get into the how, let's talk about the why, because understanding what's actually happening inside and around your bathroom fan is going to make this whole thing make a lot more sense. Your bathroom fan has one job. It pulls moist, humid air out of your bathroom after you shower or bathe. That's it. Sounds simple enough, but here's what nobody tells you. As that fan pulls air through the grill, it also pulls everything that's floating in that air. Dust, lint from your towels, pet hair if you have animals, dead skin, soap particles, hairspray residue, all of it gets sucked up toward that fan, and a good chunk of it never makes it all the way through. It just sticks right there on the cover, layer after layer, day after day. Now here's where it gets a little scary. When enough dust and debris builds up on that fan cover, the fan starts working harder to do the same job. It's like trying to breathe through a pillow. The motor strains, the airflow weakens, and your bathroom stops properly ventilating. That means more moisture stays in the room, and more moisture means mold has a much easier time taking hold on your grout, behind your walls, on your shower curtain. All because of a dusty fan cover that nobody thought to clean. There's also a fire hazard angle that most people completely overlook. Dust is flammable. When it builds up near an electric motor that generates heat, well, it's not a situation you want to ignore forever. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but I do want you to understand that this isn't just about appearances. A clean fan cover actually protects your home and your health. And one more thing. A clogged fan is also a noisy fan. You know that rattling, humming sound some bathroom fans make? A lot of the time, that's just dust and restriction making the whole unit vibrate. Clean the cover, and you'd be amazed how much quieter things get. So yes, this little chore matters a lot more than most people realize. And the good news is, it's one of the easiest fixes you'll ever do. Let's get into it. What you need. This is the part where I think you're going to smile, because you do not need to go buy anything special. For no chemical sprays, no fancy vacuum attachments, no tools from the hardware store. Here's all you need. First, you need a can of compressed air. You've probably seen these at any office supply store, any big box store like Walmart or Target, or even on Amazon. They usually come in packs of 2 or 3 and cost around $10 to $15. If you've ever used one to clean out a computer keyboard, it's the exact same thing. These little cans shoot a powerful, concentrated blast of air that is absolutely perfect for this job. Second, you need a damp microfiber cloth, just slightly damp, not soaking wet. Microfiber is the key here because it grabs and holds dust instead of just pushing it around. If you don't have microfiber, a soft cotton cloth works too. Third, and this is optional but really helpful, you might want a trash bag or an old pillowcase. I'll explain exactly why in just a moment. And last, you might want a pair of glasses or safety goggles. Nothing dramatic, just regular eyeglasses or cheap drugstore reading glasses. When you blast compressed air into a dusty fan cover, some of that dust comes right back at you. Protecting your eyes is just smart. That's it. A can of compressed air, a damp cloth, something to catch the dust, and eye protection. That's your whole toolkit. Simple, safe, and affordable. Now let's talk about the actual process. Step-by-step process. Step 1. Get into position, no ladder required. I want to address the ladder thing right up front because I know a lot of folks watching this are not comfortable on ladders. And honestly, you shouldn't have to be. Ladders and slippery bathroom floors are not a good combination, especially as we get a little older and our balance isn't quite what it used to be. So here's what you do instead. Grab a sturdy step stool, one with a wide, flat top and a handle to hold onto. A 2-step kitchen stool works perfectly. You just need to get yourself close enough to the fan cover to hold the compressed air can about 2 to 4 inches away from the grill. You don't need to touch it, you don't need to reach into it, you just need to be close enough to aim. If you're not comfortable on even a short step stool, that's okay too. I'll show you in a moment that the compressed air trick works at a slight angle as well. The key is feeling safe and steady. Always put your safety first. No clean bathroom fan is worth a fall. Once you're comfortably positioned and you've got your compressed air can in hand, take a quick look at the fan cover. Really look at it. Notice that gray, fuzzy buildup coating the slats? That's years of accumulated dust just sitting there, blocking your airflow. Keep that image in mind, because in about 60 seconds, it's going to be completely gone. Okay, here's the part most people miss, and it's what makes this method so clean, so fast, and so satisfying. Before you start blasting air at the fan cover, take your trash bag or old pillowcase and loosely hold it up around the fan area. You're not sealing it tight, you're just creating a little tent or catch zone around the grill. What this does is stop all that dislodged dust from raining down onto your bathroom floor, your sink, your counter, and your hair. Without this step, you blast the dust out of the fan and it just falls down everywhere, and then you've got a second cleanup job on your hands. With this step, most of the dust gets caught right in the bag and you simply pull it down and tie it up when you're done. It's such a small thing, but it makes such a huge difference. Trust me on this one. Now, can you skip the bag? Sure, but then be prepared to wipe down the surrounding area afterward. Either way, the method works. The bag just makes it tidier. Step 3. Blast the compressed air into the grill. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Pick up your can of compressed air, give it a little shake, and point the nozzle directly at the slats of the fan cover. Hold it about 2 to 4 inches away, not touching, just close. Then give it a good, steady blast. Not a quick little puff, a real, sustained 2 to 3 second blast aimed right at the gunk. You're going to hear a hissing sound, you're going to see a cloud of dust poof out, and you are going to feel deeply satisfied. Work your way across the fan cover in small sections, left to right, top to bottom. Blast each section for a few seconds, then move to the next. The goal is to hit every slot and push all that trapped dust out. The compressed air gets into all those tight little spaces that no brush or cloth could ever reach, and it does it instantly. Repeat this process 2 or 3 times across the whole cover. On the second pass, you'll notice a lot less dust coming out, which tells you you're getting it clean. By the third pass, you're just doing final touch-ups. The whole blasting process takes maybe 60 to 90 seconds. Literally, I want you to understand how fast this is. Here's why the compressed air works so well where everything else fails. Dust that builds up on fan covers gets pressed and packed into those narrow slats over time. A regular cloth can't get in there. A vacuum attachment can sometimes help, but often just pushes the surface dust around. But compressed air, it blasts right through those packed layers and forces the dust to release. It works with the physics of the problem instead of against it. There's nothing else that matches it for this specific task. Step 4. Wipe the cover down. Once you've blasted all the loose dust out of the grill, you'll probably notice the fan cover itself looks a lot lighter and cleaner already. But we're going to go one step further. Take your slightly damp microfiber cloth and gently wipe the face of the fan cover. You're not scrubbing, you're not pressing hard. Just a smooth, even wipe across the surface to pick up any remaining fine dust particles and any oily film that might have built up over the years. This step takes about 30 seconds, and it's what takes your fan cover from pretty clean to looks brand new.
If your fan cover has any visible grime or discoloration, maybe it's yellowed a bit or has some sticky residue from hairspray or steam, add just a tiny drop of dish soap to your damp cloth. Dish soap is gentle, it cuts right through grease and buildup, and it rinses clean with just a quick wipe of a plain damp cloth afterward. No residue, no harsh chemicals, totally safe. The reason we use a microfiber cloth here is simple. Microfiber has millions of tiny fibers that act like little hooks, grabbing and holding on to fine dust particles. Paper towels tend to just push fine dust around and can leave fibers behind. Microfiber does the job better every single time. Once you've wiped everything down, step back and give the fan cover a moment to air dry. Since your cloth was only slightly damp, this takes less than a minute. You don't need to do anything during this time except look at what you just accomplished. That gray, fuzzy, neglected fan cover is now clean. The slats are open and clear, the airflow is restored, your bathroom fan is going to sound quieter, run smoother, and actually do its job properly again. And you did all of this without any dangerous climbing, without any toxic chemicals, and without spending more than a few dollars on a can of compressed air.
Final results. Let me paint you a picture of the before and after here, because I think it's important to really appreciate what just happened. Before you started, your bathroom fan cover was coated in a thick layer of compressed dust. Every slot was partially or fully blocked. The fan was working overtime just to pull air through that obstruction. The bathroom wasn't ventilating as well as it should. There may have been a slight hum or rattle, and every time someone walked into the bathroom and looked up, there was that grimy gray cover just sitting there, slowly getting worse. After 3 minutes with a can of compressed air and a damp cloth, you've got a completely different situation. The cover is clear, the slots are open, airflow is restored, the fan runs quietly and efficiently, the bathroom ventilates the way it's supposed to, and looking up at that ceiling, instead of cringing, you feel proud because you took care of something that needed taking care of in the simplest possible way. And here's something else I want you to notice. The air in your bathroom might actually smell fresher. That's not your imagination. When a fan is blocked and not ventilating properly, stale air and moisture linger longer. Restore the airflow and everything just breathes better. People who try this method for the first time are almost always stunned by two things. First, how much dust actually comes out, even if they thought the cover wasn't that dirty. And second, how incredibly easy it was. This is the kind of cleaning task that sounds like it should be hard and turns out to be one of the simplest wins in your whole home. Maintenance tips. Now that your bathroom fan cover is sparkling clean, let's talk about keeping it that way with almost no effort at all. The biggest mistake people make is waiting 5 or 10 years between cleanings. When you wait that long, the dust gets packed in so tightly and the grease and moisture have had so much time to act like glue that even the compressed air has to work harder. But if you do a quick blast every 3 to 4 months, the dust never gets a chance to really build up. Each cleaning takes about 30 seconds, barely enough time to think about it. A good habit is to tie your bathroom fan cleaning to another regular task. Clean it when you clean your dryer lint trap, or when you swap out your air filter, or at the start of each new season. Attach it to something you already do, and you'll never forget it again. Here's another tip many people don't know. Once a year or so, it's worth going one step further and actually removing the fan cover entirely to clean the inside, the fan blades themselves, the motor housing, all of it. This is still easy to do. Most fan covers just pull straight down and either unclip from spring clips or unscrew with a single screw. With the cover off, you can blast the interior with compressed air and wipe the blades clean. This is a deeper clean and keeps the whole unit running in top shape. But don't worry about doing that every time. The exterior cover method we talked about today handles the vast majority of the problem and is all you need to do several times per year. Oh, and one more small tip. If you notice your fan cover getting slightly yellowed from age and steam, a very gentle wipe with a cloth dampened with a little white vinegar does a wonderful job at brightening it back up. White vinegar is a powerhouse natural cleaner that's safe, cheap, and already in most kitchens. Just wipe,
Wait 60 seconds, then wipe again with a plain damp cloth to neutralize the vinegar smell. Good as new. So, there you have it. The simplest, fastest, most satisfying bathroom cleaning trick you probably never knew about, and one that you can do safely, easily, and completely on your own terms. No ladder drama, no harsh chemicals, no complicated tools. Just a can of compressed air, a damp cloth, and 3 minutes of your time. That's genuinely all it takes to restore your bathroom fan cover from caked up and forgotten to completely clean and fully functional. I want you to do something for me. The next time you walk into your bathroom, look up at that fan cover. Really look at it. And then come back here, grab your compressed air, and give this a try. I promise you, you are going to be amazed at the results. And once you feel how easy it was, you're going to wonder why you waited so long. After you try it, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me how it went. Tell me how much dust came out. And don't be shy, because I've heard some stories that would make your jaw drop. Every home is different, and every fan cover has its own secret supply of accumulated gunk. Share yours. The community here loves hearing these real-life results, and your comment might be exactly the motivation someone else needs to finally tackle their own bathroom fan. If this video helped you today, if it gave you a simple solution to something you've been quietly ignoring, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help more people find this video, and that means more homes getting a little bit cleaner, one fan cover at a time. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Because coming up very soon, I've got another cleaning video that is going to blow your mind just like this one did. We're going to tackle another commonly ignored spot in the home, one that almost nobody thinks to clean, but that makes a dramatic difference the moment you do. You are not going to want to miss it. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Take good care of yourself, take good care of your home, and I'll see you in the next one.